Let me just talk about two real major contamination issues that we've all done wrong. Firstly, the veterinary nurse restraining an animal to have an intravenous injection. What do? They hug it against the chest, against their uniform. Yeah?
Yeah.
And how many animals are they hugging in a day? 20, maybe?
Not a hugging.
It's all about puppies and kittens, isn't it?
And how much infection are they therefore transferring from one patient to the next? And when I've started to discuss this in practice, they said, well, it would be ridiculous to wear an apron. And what on earth do they do in human hospitals? Well, there is a written protocol. Before you touch a patient, before you have physical contact with the patient, you have to put PPE on. So no, it's not so unreasonable to expect people to do that. So that's the analysis. Now let's think about the vets. As a vet, we finish consulting, we lift the Labrador from the table onto the floor. Oh, whoops, we've just hugged it against our tunic. We open the consulting room door. Thank you, Mrs. Smith. Lovely to see you. See you again next week with Fido. And we've contaminated the consulting room door with our dirty hand. We then go to the keyboard and we write up our notes. We go to pharmacy and we put up the drugs. Then we go back into the consult. Oh, sorry, no, before that. After we've walked out, after the patient's gone out, we spray the table with disinfectant and we wipe it down with a paper towel. And then we turn and we type up our notes, get our drugs. Then we might wash our hands if we're lucky. Now, there are a number of things that go wrong. We contaminated the door handle. I don't mind if you do that, as long as you appreciate you've done it. And at the end of your consulting shift, you sanitize that handle yourself. But apart from that, every time before we touch an animal, after we touch an animal, before we put gloves on, after we take gloves off, after we get any contamination on our hands, we must wash our hands. We know it is the single most important thing that you can do to minimize the risk of transferring infection around a building. So, okay, we fouled up with the door. Coming to the consulting room table, what did we do wrong there? We sprayed it and we wiped it off. Now, okay, it's good you wiped it off because you're wiping off the dirt from the dog's feet. We all know you wipe off that table, there is a whole lot of dirt on the towel. But what it means is there was no contact time for the disinfectant. So if you want to do it properly, fine. Spray the table, wipe it off, then spray it again and leave it wet. Then wash your hands, type up your notes, do your drugs, come back, look at your notes for the next patient. If the table's still wet, I personally wouldn't worry because I would say that's a message and I'll explain to my patient, that's because I care about the health of your animal and I have disinfected this table properly. But just simply that single point of the vet, not just wiping it, but spraying it again to get the contact time. They've cleaned the organic material off, then they've got the contact time to disinfect. If every vet in the country just did that tomorrow, that alone would make a major difference.